Hello and welcome everyone to the daily news analysis of 4th of 4th of जनवरी 2024। तो आज के इम्पोर्टेंट आर्टिकल वन बाय वन डिस्कस कर लेते हैं। पहला जो आर्टिकल है, सुप्रीम कोर्ट अपहोल्ड सेबी प्रोब टर्न द स्पॉटलाइट ऑन हिंडनबर्ग conduct. The Supreme Court on Wednesday turned the spotlight on the conduct of Hindenburg Research, directing the Securities and Exchange Board of India and investigating agencies of the center to probe and, if necessary, take suitable actions if the losses suffered by Indian investors due to the short position taken by the US-based firm in the Adani Group through US traded bond and non-Indian traded derivatives instruments involved any infraction of law. The direction came in a 56-page judgment based on petition claiming precipitate decline in investor wealth and volatility in the share market due to a fall in the share prices of Adani Group following a report published by activist short seller Hindenburg Research on January 24, 2023. The report has alleged that the Adani Group manipulated its share prices and failed to disclose the transaction with related parties in violation of regulation framed by SEBI and securities law. However, even as it directed the SEBI and probe agencies to open an inquiry into Hindenburg and other entities, a three-judge bench headed by Chief Justice of India D.Y. Chandrachud noted that the volatility in Adani stocks in the aftermath of the Hindenburg report had an impact only at an individual scale and did not result in market volatility. According to expert committee Justice A.M. Spear Committee, the trend observed in volatility in the Indian market in comparison with the global volatility index has been consistent since the COVID-19 pandemic and was maintained even during the period when volatility was observed in the Adani stocks. Chief Justice Chandrachud noted. In Spear's confidence, the judgment said the investigation conducted by the SEBI into the Adani Group following the Hindenburg report inspires confidence and was prima facie comprehensive. The market regulator had already completed 22 out of 24 investigations in the group. The remaining two were pending due to inputs awaited from foreign regulators. It dismissed the idea of transforming the investigation from the SEBI to another agency or to constitute a special investigation team. The court ordered the SEBI to expeditiously complete the pending investigation, preferably within 3 months, and said the regulator could not leave the probe and open-ended and intermediate in the time. The judgment refused to accept the petitioner contentions that the SEBI's amendments in the foreign portfolio investors regulation and listening obligations and disclosure requirements (LODR) regulation had been an exercise in the first opening a loophole and then plugging the loophole with the deferred effect and has now hindered the regulator's investigation claims not verified. The top court rubbed the petitioner's reliance on investigative findings of the organized crimes and sorry, corruption report project about the alleged price manipulation by the Adani Group through the two Mauritius-based funds and critical newspaper report of SEBI investigation saying no efforts was made to verify the authenticity of these claims. The Chief Justice, along with Justice J.B. Pardiwala and Manoj Mishra, said allegations of conflict of interest thrown by petitioner and the members of the Justice Separate Committee were not even worth serious considerations. The next exercise restraint do not summon government officials at the drop of hat, Supreme Court to High Court. The Supreme Court on Wednesday issued specific guidelines for High Court to ensure that government officials are not summoned to court at the drop of a hat. The decision comes 3 years after the top court orally observed that the judges cannot behave like emperors summoning officials as a routine measure. The separation of powers between the judiciary and the executive should be maintained, and the good governance relies on mutual respect. A bench headed by Chief Justice of India D.Y. Chandrachud said court should not rush to demand the personal presence of officials even in contempt proceedings. A notice should be issued to them first, seeking an explanation for their actions. The judgment advised caution and restraint on part of the court. Do not belittle officials. Judges should not belittle officials who have appeared in persons in court on the basis of a summoned derogatory remarks from the bench about the official's physical appearance, education, background, or social status should be avoided. Officials need not remain standing throughout the proceedings and need to be on their feet on the only file personally addressed the court of Chief Justice Chandrachud, who authored the judgment laid down. An official should not be summoned merely because the submission in a government affidavit did not agree with the views held by the judge on the issue. Courts can seek the personal appearance of an official in complex issues requiring expert evidence or in non-adversarial adjudications, including those concerning policy issues. However, the personal presence of an official need not require if the issues could be satisfactorily addressed by pursuing government documents, records of or affidavits. The court could, however, summons officials if information is believed to be deliberately withheld or there was a mispresentation or suppression of the or fact. Courts should provide reasons in order for summoning government officials who would be allowed as a first option to appear through the video conferencing. The court should, to that extent possible, designate a specific time slot for taking up the case in which an official has been summoned. 50% of cybercrime plans originate in China, pockets of Cambodia, and Myanmar. The next article is G20 website saw 16 lakh cyber attack per minute. After 50% of cybercrime complaints received on the National Cybercrime Helpline every day have their origin in China and pockets of Cambodia and Myanmar, Rajesh Kumar, Chief Executive Officer of the Indian Cybercrime Coordination Center Y4C, Ministry of Home Affairs, said on Wednesday addressing a press conference. He said that on average 5,000 cyber complaints are registered in the country every day from April 1, 2021 December 31, 2023. 10,319 crore had been lost to cyber fraud. He said in 2023 around 15.5 lakh cybercrime complaints were received, up from 26,049 such complaints in 2019. In the past 5 years, 31 lakh cybercrime complaints were received and FIR were filed in 66,000 cases. Around 5,000 complaints are filed every day. Our estimate is that around 40 to 50% originate outside the country. When I say outside the country that you mentioned, not the nation state, but the gangs that are operating from those countries are running these applications. We have pockets of Cambodia, Myanmar. We are seeing Chinese applications. Who is denying? Mr. Kumar said, responding to a question by the Hindu on the volume of frauds and cybercrimes that originate from China. People affected by financial frauds and other online crimes can register complaints on cybercrime.government.in or that 1930 1930 helpline number. The 1930 helpline is operational in all 36 states and union territories, and if a call is made by a victim of finance fraud within an hour of the crime being committed, the banks are able to block the money. 1,127 crore blocked. Since April 2021, 1,127 crore has been blocked in several bank accounts on the complaint of 4.3 lakh victims. However, only 100 crore has so far been returned to complainants. The officer has said this was an area of concern and the government is working on a mechanism to help people get back their blocked money. We have consulted banks who told us that they need a court order to release the money blocked in someone's account. We have had legal consultation with the concerned authority and have devised a standard operating procedure to address the issue. It awaits last legal wettings. We should be able to address the problem in the next few months, Mr. Kumar said. The G20 website saw 16 lakh cyber attacks per minute during the G20 summit in 2023. The official website of conference saw 15 lakh cyber attacks per minute. Rajesh Kumar, CEO of Indian Cyber Crime Prevention Center under the Union Home Ministry, said on Wednesday. Mr. Kumar said the website G20.in was subjected to an organized cyber attack which peaked on the days of the summit September 9 10. It was a distributed denial. Mr. Goa was subjected to an organized which peaked on days of the summit September 9 and 10. It was a distributed denial of services attack, and we cannot pinpoint the origin as of now. The investigation will take time. The attack could could have been launched from anywhere. The server masked and shown to the present even in India. The objective was to bring down the website. He said all the agencies worked together and prevented the attack in a DDoS attack. The infrastructure is sent multiple requests so that it is not able to handle the request and the website goes down. That was the plan, he added. Next SpaceX Falcon 9 to launch India GSAT 20 satellite to spread broadband coverage. New Space India Limited (NSIL), the commercial arm of Indian Space Research Organization, will launch GSAT 20, renamed GSAT-N2, on board SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket. During the second quarter of 2024, the GSAT-20 is a high-throughput Ka-band satellite HTS which will be fully owned and operated and funded by the NSIL. The agency said GSAT-20 offers Ka band HTS capacity with 32 beams having pan-India coverage including the Andaman and Nicobar and Lakshadweep island. The satellite weighing 4,700 kg offers an HTS capacity of nearly 48 GPBs and has been specifically designed to meet the demanding services needs of remote and unconnected regions. Apart from the space sections reforms announced by the Union government in June 2020, the NSIL was mandated to build, launch own and operate satellites in a demand-driven mode to meet service needs of the users. As part of this, the NSIL successfully undertook its first demand-driven satellite missions GSAT-24 in June 2022, and the capacity board of the satellite was fully secured by Tata Play. GSAT-24 mission was fully funded by the NSIL at present. The agency owns and operates 11 communication satellites in orbit on similar lines. During the second quarter of the 2024, NSIL will be undertaking the GSAT-20 satellite missions to offer cost-effective KA bands HTS capacity primarily for meeting the broadband as well as IFMC and cellular backhaul services needs. The bulk of HTS capacity on board GSAT 20 satellite has already been secured by Indian service providers. The NSIL said the NSIL is releasing the GSAT 20 satellite through ISRO and will be launched on board Falcon 9 under the contract between NSIL and SpaceX USA. It is said according to SpaceX, Falcon 9 is a reusable two-stage rocket designed and manufactured by the Elon Musk-funded company for the reliable and safe transport of people and payloads into Earth orbit and beyond. So, friends, this is all for today, and we will meet from tomorrow onwards with new news articles. Till then, keep studying and thank you.